It's your weekly educational show. And tune in. It's inspirational, educational, and you won't want to miss it. It's everything agriculture. Hey, this man Easy, inviting you to tune in. It's all about everything agriculture with the man Banky and Company alongside Yason Tafari. It's your weekly educational show. And tune in. It's inspirational, educational, and you won't want to miss it. It's everything agriculture. Hey, this man Easy, inviting you to tune in. It's all about everything agriculture with the man Banky and Company alongside Yason Tafari. It's your weekly educational show. And tune in. It's inspirational, educational, and you won't want to miss it. It's everything agriculture. Hey, this man Easy, inviting you to tune in. It's all about everything agriculture with the man Banky and Company alongside Yason Tafari. It's your weekly educational show. And tune in. It's inspirational, educational, and you won't want to miss it. It's everything agriculture. Hey, this man Easy.
Who tuning in, sorry for the late start. Just a little technical difficulties here trying to figure it out, but thanks for tuning in again. Good evening to our guest this evening, which is Dready David and his son Justin David. Looking forward for this reasoning this evening. Let me say again, good evening to the folks in Oli and Liamiga, which is the indigenous name for St. Kitts and Nevis. Hopefully one of these days we'll end up and get all the documents, legal document change in these indigenous names, which is very important. Also, good evening to the folks in the neighboring islands, Sable, Statia, St. Martin, Montserrat, the U.S. Virgin Islands, also the BVI. Not forgetting the folks in the diaspora and the folks over in England, Europe, wherever you're at the sound of my voice. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whichever is appropriate. Thanks for choosing Real Entertainment Network and looking forward for your participation, because the Everything Agriculture Show is a participation show, and I choose to have these two gentlemen, father and son, as business partners working together. And the young man also not just doing crop farming, but into animal farming. So it's a mixture of animal husbandry and crop and cash crops and food crops and stuff like that. So this is a way I wanted to start off the beginning of the year with a family structured business, and then next week Tuesday then I'll come with small business with my man Cabo. So definitely, but before I get into discussion, let me say there's a city over in Cades Bay. Most people know Cades Bay area. We're heading towards the sewerage, but just before you know where exactly where Mansour's shop is, and you know where they had the bridge that would cost $10 million, which is an honest mistake. Right in that area there where the bridge is, there's a lot of where the ravine, the gut, a lot of climate trees, large shrubs, and then you know beyond we're turning to go into Johnny Clark area where that the subdivision is outside there where the farm is. The police usually in that area with the radar gun checking for speed, and the area is 20 miles per hour. So it's an ideal area because if you clean those bush out, you'll be able to see all the way over to Fort Ashby, which will be better for both sides because once you come within that area, you can't see what behind that steep corner by that $10 million bridge. Okay? So it's bad for both to coming out of the business from that beach section and the left and that side there to the beach. Once you come out that area there, because it's a steep hill. So you have to look left and right, and by the time you come out, you will be in the, I mean, I say you in the wrong because, but for my expertise when it comes to, if you're coming out of a stop, no matter if you can't see a vehicle to come, don't come out the stop or intersection, let the one and the right way pass. So either way, it will be unsafe because there are many traffic happening in that area. I tell you, I see an accident in that area. I've been pleading to some of those police officers and so I'm calling out on the high command, which is Mr. Spencer Brand. He's in charge of public works. That area by that gut, the $10 million gut, the ravine, that area need to be clean, go down at least 100 feet. at least 100 feet minimum, because you should be able to see straight across. That's a death trap. Is one of those areas I don't like to come across, like other areas in up top of Government Road and a few others. It's a blind spot. I come there, police going to work, boom, going into agriculture truck, bam, knock it up on the embankment by the farm. Every minute there's an accident in that area. There, it's better to save lives than to worry about a speeding ticket around a corner where police can't see you. Clean the area. If people are gonna speed, you will still get okay. You can it's a straight road. You can't go say you put speed bump on a straight road. If you put speed bump on a straight, you're about to cause a problem on a straight road. Because nowhere around the island there's speed bump on the main road. So how you gonna put speed bump in an area like that on the main road? The ideal thing is to clean the ravine, them $10 million bridge, 100 feet down, and there will be, I guarantee you, the possibility of an accident happening in that area would be slim. Because both driver who want to come over the intersection and them on the straightaway will be able to see the vehicle way ahead of them. Simple common sense. But seem like we're balancing up making $1 than saving lives, and then waiting to somebody getting real injured, which in people getting injured in that area. And so it's sad. So I'm just calling out, and Mr. Spencer Brandon going to beyond and above calling out the Premier, Mr. Brantley, to make sure this area is sorted out. I spoke to the officers and them, and they see really something really they're doing in that area. Speed bump is not as a bad idea to put on a main road. That's a dumb idea. And a main road, it's not a village, it's a main road around the whole island. The best thing to do is clean the road and problem solve. Whether you're in the middle of the road, high there or not, and somebody speed, you're going to see. It's better for you because then you'll be able to point the thing if they're coming from the stretch of the road from the bridge. It's better in your favor. Because there's a hump coming over so you can't so they come down the same way. So it's just common sense. So that is my take. Hopefully that gets solved and we don't have no more accident within that area, because I'm tired of hearing accident and seeing accident and people getting damage and stuff like that. And it's bad for the traffic at the same time. So good evening to our guest again. Yason, how are you doing?
Well, I'm giving thanks and praises. According to the Gregorian calendar, they say this is the New Year's, second day in the New Year. So we give thanks and praises to be around to make it into 2026. It's really a pleasure and an honor to be in the presence of our guests. The elder, even behind the screens before we got online, we were having a little bit of discussion, and just the wealth of knowledge and history that this brother has and the experience. It is worth us having this discussion. And seemingly, they say the apple don't fall too far from the tree, and so seemingly he has passed down a lot of this down to his son, and his son is, definitely involved in some aspects of what he has been doing and what he's seeking to do. And as a father myself, I know how good it feels to know that what you are doing, that even if you're supposed to depart and transcend, as they would say, that you have someone, as they would say, walking in your footsteps and at least carrying on some of the things that you would want to see happen. And it's a good feeling to know that that is what I'm seeing here demonstrating in you and your son's relationship. And I'm really, really proud to see how you guys function. I mean, I happen to be in the vicinity and the area, so it's not just a hearing some of it. I'm gonna be learning some of it myself, because you are the elder. There's a lot that you have to share, and we really look forward to hearing some of the things that you would have to share with us and learning a little bit more from what you guys are doing over here. And so we really look forward to the discussions. And I know it's not going to be a all rosy discussion, because I know you would have been going through some struggles and are going through some struggles. And so we expect to hear the good, the bad, and the ugly, and the in between, and all that. So I give thanks to get the opportunity to have this discussion with you and your son. And so we look forward to a very hopeful and positive engagement. Before I allow you in, like I said, I just wanted to send some, for those who celebrate the New Year's and all that. For me, we as farmers, The new year is springtime for us. You know what I mean? Right now, this is winter. You know what I mean? Like March, April, when things start to, that is when we New Year start in terms of farming and the concept. But for those who celebrated, want to wish everybody a new year, and it's a pleasure to be here on Real Entertainment Network. Second day in the new year, um, to provide some agricultural knowledge, some more agricultural information, and and there are a couple of things that I want to put on the table. But uh, I will allow you to introduce yourself, and then after that, is a clip that I would want to interject. It's not necessarily relevant fully to the topic, but well, at least to most of what we're going to be discussing tonight. But I could see how it entwine as when it comes to agriculture, land and acquisition and the ability to own and possess and or have access to land is critical to farming and the future of farming. And so, even though it might not totally be exactly relevant to agriculture per se, it can tie in. But I'll give you and your son an opportunity to introduce yourself. So, greetings, James, Dready, David, and we also have as our other guest, son of Dready,
Justin.
Justin David. So we're gonna give Dready, the father, the opportunity to introduce himself, and then we're gonna move over to the son. So greetings and good evening, Dready.
However, good evening, everybody. I trust and hope that they will listen to me attentively because agriculture is a serious business. And if you don't study it now, you ain't going to study it again. The government spend huge sums of dollars sending officers away like Guyana, Trinidad, Jamaica, Barbados. And when these guys reach back home, when they return home, instead they develop the agriculture sector. They develop themselves. I mentioned some years ago that agriculture is our business. And without agriculture, we can't get anywhere. Otherwise, we're going to dead hungry. I believe the government should look into this addition of officers, how they work and how they perform. If you don't perform, you shouldn't be getting any salary. Based on your performance, you will get something. Too many farmers over here struggling. An example, water, land, equipment, plow the land. You can't see nothing. One tractor up, and the farmers need help. Farmers need, and if there is no help, the farmers could go out there and can't work. The Minister of Agriculture, is to get down on these people because we need help. This year, 2026, is a new year, and more land, while I'm alive, more land will be cultivated in Europe. More land will be cultivated because we got further afield to go. More antelope, more squash, more herbs will be sold. More melon will be sold. We have the market for them. We just have to put them in time. And as I see, everybody plant at the same time. When the officers and them who are responsible by advising the farmers what to do, they are not coming. When they come, is when you're about to reap. When you're about to reap, they will come and pass and say, "Oh, you're looking good. I love to see what you're doing." But you're not coming to tell give the farmers no advice of your opinion. The farmer have to use his or her own opinion to get the thing done. Nobody looking after agriculture. Agriculture, Mr. Minister, agriculture going down the road, and I would like to see agriculture back on stream. Because without agriculture, we're not in a way. No way. We're going down fast. The Ministry of Agriculture spends huge sums of money sending people away for training. When they come back, they could train the farmers, give the farmers the opinion, give the farmers the advice. Nothing is happening. Everybody just want to be in power, want to get big prestige, and it shouldn't happen. Then you're going to blame the minister. Then you're going to blame the government. It shouldn't happen. Shouldn't happen.
All right.
But
So what we're gonna do? We're gonna give your son an opportunity now to introduce himself, and then we're gonna get back into some of the various topics that we would have to discuss this evening. So Justin, good evening. Welcome to Everything Agriculture. It's a pleasure to have you on the platform. Tell the folks a little bit about who you are and how you are involved in the agricultural sector.
Good evening, everybody. Banky, good evening. Mr. David, good evening. Yasan, good evening. My name is Justin Huggins, but everybody always call me Justin David. I don't know where they get that from, but I guess Mr. David is my father, so I got to carry the title. But this journey for me started many, many years ago when my grandmother was alive. She always said, well, even if I passed away, I need you to carry it on. And I said, bye, Mama. Well, you got James on them there, you got Moses, you got Rosetta, and you got our next uncle. I mean, why you don't want to push him? He said, no, I'm me train you. So I want you to carry it on. As the years go by, every man in music got passion. Every 5 o'clock, me got to get up. Every 5 o'clock, me got to get up. And one day me tell my father, me say, boy, daddy like you bang me bad mind because you wake me up 5 o'clock and when I be going to bash, you still can't see nothing. And Banky, he was very, very upset with me. And me said, man, I've been got to come down here so early. Me understand what you're trying to say now. Get up early so we could do what we have to do. And now, every morning at 5, nobody got to wake me up. I'm up. So I said, boy, my family been to do this thing here for the last 50 years. My grandfather, the late Arthur Huggin, walk all the land over there by New River from top to bottom. My grandmother, same thing. Now my father come with the animals, so me tell them, boy, crops gonna to go together. So we gonna to do something properly to make the whole Nevis proud. So that's all me try to do. Make everybody proud. That's it.
Well, I give thanks, and I mean, it's quite interesting. It's always good when we have the guests, and that's why we love to make our guests feel comfortable so that they could share the story. Because sometimes to you, you might think it's nothing and it's not significant, but to the folks listening, it's very critical because as I listen to you, I mean, somebody who look at you, I mean, as a youngster, Banky was telling me there because, I mean, I don't know you to that level. I mean, I would have been out of the country for a number of years and so on, but Banky was telling me that you're a trained electrician, right? And I didn't know that aspect of you. And Banky was telling me technically, so to speak, would have given up let me not say give up, but you're up to more focus on agriculture and farming than you do as much in terms of electrical. And when he was telling me that, I mean, like I remember my encounter with you right now is on the farming side because I met you doing this, right? So I don't know that part. And I started to think to myself, like, I mean, by them electricians make a lot of money and so, you know what I mean? Like, in terms of what they do. And you're a skill man. No. I'm not trying to make it sound like you got money or anything like that. You know? What I'm trying to look at is like young people, the average young person to say, by give up that trade there to focus on farming and agriculture. But then, when I listen to your story that you just shared in your introduction, now I could see and it make sense. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm looking at. I'm not necessarily looking at the money aspect, but just as a young person looking at it, boy, I mean, you know, could make more money in electricity and so on. But you start to explain the passion you had for it because you grew up on it, and the reality is, you know, you're seeking to carry on a legacy that you said 50 years plus, and it might be even a lot more than that. Because you might be talking about what you know, but then maybe when your father started to talk, now he might be giving you another 50 or another 75 years to add on that, right? Which is a legacy that you wish to continue. So I'm really loving what I'm hearing so far, and I really look forward to the discussion. So, Bangi, I don't know if you have anything to add before we allow um, Dready David, to get into his like first set of points, and I guess you would be the one leading that aspect in terms of the questions and all that with him and so on. So give thanks.
Yes, I just want to add to what Justin said. Justin, we're going with you. When Justin, I hear who is that all the time. Cause Jerry was there doing his more into his animal and coming over been in that area for years and know the area well and being around Jerry. And when Jerry and his madam was doing the work in the county, the cassavas and different stuff, and so I work with Jerry over the years and stuff like that. But when Justin come into play, I don't know what they had going on there, boy, but the man come in hard. You know, you understand? The man come in proper pen, proper fencing, everything well organized, brethren. The man clean up more than 10, almost more than 10 acres, I can say. The man do this practically one, it like happened overnight because it's just like, what going on here? So if you pass in that area close where they have the funeral home, you can see the investment. And when you have young men, a skill can work along the virgin in the trade, so me know the man is a tap. You understand? So me not just attack the man is well, the man neat, the man work for was one of Keith Swanson tap man. So me know if he's still involved with, you know what I mean? Can you still do said work because that's not, the man is got the kind of talent. So people always are for more. But the man hold on the farming. You know what I'm saying? So you see the man still putting time in the farm. So you see, I passed there sometime in December and I drove by and I have in my farm going and the man got, I see some melon there. And he may not the same stem. He say he's supposed to harvest melon already at any time now. But how miss them find the look, trust me, trapper. You know what I mean? The man being good virgin. And that's something like to talk about everybody who till in the soil. Because he must put in the time so you can't fake it. And the man not just farming because of the love of money. The man farming with the aspect how I have the same meditation. Safety is key. You know what I'm saying? The man adding the manure from the farm to from his animals, so he's incorporating all these things. So I just wanted to add that pan that. So it's an area when I drive on the island, I just love to see. I would even left when I leave my farm, drive the other way the island, come around and just to pass that area. So you can get them to watch there, what going on with less when they come up on the hill and other farmers look pan Mike and when they pass on the kind of buy you, I look so you deal with too. It's not because I'm not into agriculture, I still do my extension work daily. My observations when anybody call me in the department asks, well, who have these things? I can still say it, give them information. So when Jed is saying the train officers and all the different stuff, I still give data to the directors and to marketing division because they will still reach out to me who have these things. You see, and I've left the department for 2 years. So it's just to show you the trust and that they have within me. And know I always aware of what a farmer around me have. That is I know what is available. You understand, on the island. You see what I mean? So what James say, farmers need help and farmers want to see the extension staff. You see what I mean? Not just once in a while, but more regular and work along with the farmers when it comes to, you can just say, okay, why don't you try this? You don't got to tell them try the whole quarter acre, whole acre, but you got to try a half a bed. But you got to come and show the farmer. We're going to work with you. We're going to be the early man with you. And we're going to work together. Not just tell them try this. You show them. You work along with them. Because you must come the early too to put in the time. And that's how farmers have to build your trust. Otherwise, in our work. And these are things, as some used to do it. You see what I mean? You can't just tell a man, go to say, me going to do it, and you're going to stay and you keep your practices. And then these things work. But, yes, son, definitely. So, James, Jerry, over to you. I know as a youth, when I'm going to high school in the 90s, I enter high school in 89 and leaving out in 94, them kind some times only. I know you're working out with my uncle Kenneth in public works, driving them heavy machineries and stuff. That's how me know
Yeah.
you. The front end load and all them bulldozers and all them things and so forth. So how long did you work for the government? Because I was just telling Yasan, by a man like you're supposed to get a $10,000 a month time for your retirement, you know, because the kind of years me know you work down there. Be sure you work for more than all of that me. Because I know
I'm
that's
taking
ambulance
that
work for the government. So I was just asking
all my
how
life.
tell the general public how long you have worked with the government.
Right. I work for public works from 1975 until when I retired. I retired from public works agriculture in 2006, and I was happy to found the animals, the cattle, the sheep, the pigs, goats, and I was there. And we have some good times, and we had some ups and down times. Sometimes we want something and we can't get it. They said, then I got the money. Ask them, well, if you have the cattle here, are you raising the cattle for? Are you raising the herd for? To sell and make some money. That you could buy fencing where you could buy staple. And one time I had to tell one of the director, I ain't gonna put my finger on no post to make wire, you know. I ain't gonna nail up my finger on no post to make wire. I gotta get the wire. And about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they call and say, some boy are coming over to Madden's. I was happy for that. And the very next morning, early, me and the guys went down and put on the wire because the post was already planned. I was happy for that. I give all my life for animals. Animals. No matter what you're going to set, Mr. David, sheep, pig, goat, cattle, and these are the animals I love to be around. And if I live to see next year, I could buy 20 small heifers what they have over Maddens while they are willing to sell me. And I will show them that I could turn them animals into money, not only getting calf, I could sell milk, local milk, cattle milk, fresh milk. I will get that done. I could do that. But there is no help. No, there is no help. They only come attack. They can't give you no idea, no information about how we could go forward. And we need the livestock need helping. Not only Dready and his son, the livestock area and the agriculture sector area and the farming business need to go forward. Now, I am a livestock farmer. I have some struggles with my animals. Just a few days ago, all the dates and dog rush on the farm, disturb some animals. 10 sheep one way and 35 gone missing. And some goat they missing. When we find them, we bring them up and we have to call in the police. You know, I call the Newcastle police station. This is nothing to hide. Call the Newcastle police station. They wasn't responding. Call Charlestown. Charlestown said, Mr. David, we're going to send, I'm going to call Newcastle now because the man who I really wanted to get is Superintendent Cathy. Can't get him. Deputy called me and he tell me, Mr. David, I'm going to call Newcastle and I'm going to send them there. And I would advise them to shot the dog. Guess what they meant the dog? I have two evidence. Two gentlemen run the dog within support. When we go, owner said the dog not hit dog. But the animals and them they are crush up. One boar goat and some black belly sheep they had to put them up pile and burn them. You know what I mean? And agriculture department know, the vet people know, and not one of them said they must come and say, well, boy, David, let me share some condolences, some sympathies to you because I know what sort of quality animal you have here. Nobody come, you know. That is agriculture. That is not the right way of agriculture. You know, the dog came back, and we catch the dog, call Newcastle police station, tell him go up there and call the gentleman for your dog. They went and they called him and they bring him down. And when he come, he said, gentlemen, it's 2 days now. I can't find my dog. I said, your dog in the cage. The dog is in the cage there now. However, he start to ask some balloon. He say, oh, you want money? You want money for Christmas? I said, partner, you see the animals in them there? You see them there? There's a heap of animal there. 10 there. And I can't find the rest. 35 guns struggling. Can't find them. You know? Police
Question.
some information. And they went away. And I set a trap. Same place. Me and my son went and set a trap. Same place. And my farm. Where they killed the boar goat. Because they come back to look meat. And the dog being caught in a trap. Saturday, Sunday, Monday morning, when I left from 15 minutes past 6, hand take up the dog. Hand take up the dog. We call the police from Newcastle up to this day. Nobody come to say, well, boy, I hear your concern. That is help. I get no help from the police, and I get no help from the agriculture department. But all of them would fall and crumble and leave me here. All of them. Everyone.
Okay. Yes,
I believe in God,
Um.
and I put all my confidence in the hands of Almighty God, because I know
Okay.
when I speak, He listen me, and in my daily routine, He always talk to me. Sometimes He talk to me, tell what come on my eyes. I believe in God. I have no fear for Him. Nobody help me and my son, and we can get through. This year, 2026, Mr. Banky, Mr. Daniel, and the listening public, everybody will see what's going on in New River. If we got to plow more land, if we got to buy a tractor, we can get land plow. If we have to get a tractor, we're going to plow more land. Because without agriculture, we're not done away. Agriculture means well, and it means the best. Young people, I will
Just
advise you this evening, 2nd day of January, please join the agriculture farming business. We have 2 organizations, the Case Bay Corporation and the New River Corporation. And once you could communicate, all we need is communication. You listen and you communicate with the supervisor. Once you communicate, you will end up on the right track. There is no wrong track in agriculture. It's hard work. And you can't just go down on your farm 5 o'clock and by 7 o'clock you're going back home. You have to spend some long time, quality time to spend on the
Dready,
farm.
Dready, let me get into Justin. Justin,
No problem.
your dad just spoke about a situation there where he said he lose a numbers of animals, and he mentioned the black belly sheep and boer goat, and these are some boer goats are serious investment. And as I speak earlier, I see the investment and stuff like that. And to see you have, and when something like this happen, it means the vet should come, give an assessment, and they give a value. And they must give a written. The agriculture department have to give an assessment. With the vet section have to give an assessment. If it was crop, you got crop damage, someone let me give an assessment of the crop damage, the animals, whatever. So you should have an assessment from your animals, the age, the size, and the amount, what it costs in loss and stuff like that. So you should have something coming from the vet, from the Department of Agriculture, which you can have and say, well, and if the police come and the animal owner, well, even though the owner, you have the dog and stuff like that, definitely you get that from the vet, you have a legal case to take to the owner. And by having the dog there, it's surprised that the police didn't shoot the dog, so that don't make no sense. The police, but apart from that, you should have a written statement from the Department of Agriculture, from the vet section, and I stand to be corrected, but I know which is this is supposed to be the procedure with a value of your loss. You see what I mean? Because if you
Yes.
and that is what should happen, and that would be your evidence to take to a lawyer or whatever it is, and you can give it to the person if they claim the annual lease days, and then you and they can work out the agreement and say, well, I know it happened, how much it costs, I can't pay it, and y'all work it out, fine. If y'all can work it out, then that person have a right to have their own assessment. That's where the department have a right to do the assessment, and then if we want to get an independent assessment done, they can do that. But this situation need to be solved and need to be dealt with. And this is not so. You're gonna hear other farmers in the Long Point area, people like Singerman and stuff like that, speak and having this situation with dogs and all this different stuff. And this is not good, because I see you all investment. I spoke about it earlier, and is lately about a week I saw ago heard about you and your dad's situation, and I felt bad about it because your property is fenced. You see, so if your property is fenced and dark, finding ways of getting these things shouldn't happen. People, animals should be tied in their confined within their property and not get out and stuff like that. So this is something I'm shocked when your dad said nothing had happened up to now, and the police them is not really communicating as they should. So expound on this for me, please, with the situation.
Well, Banky, going back to Yasin, right? Because Yasin tried to say something, but I just need, I like to make things clear. Yasin,
yes,
I work for Case Electrical Services for 20 years. And I said, well, I gonna give somebody 20 of my best years. After that, done with it. I started out working mason with Strani, Shiverton Construction for 3 years. And then after 3 years, I said, boy, I love the mason, but I see a more technical part of it. Then I started working for Keith Swanston. And I had, well, in between doing the construction, me still used to go with Keith at weekend time. So me had like, okay, let's say there's training before me start to work with Keith. I want them to tell him, boy, January, man, come on, he said, bye, what you really? I said, no, man, me and your partner, you know, I can go work with me. I said, man, if me help you all the time, what make you can't give me a job? He said, man, meet me down at 7 o'clock by the taxi stand. Me went, he called me, pick me up. He said, boy, yeah? I didn't see you something but lab ago. And I had 17 long with that company. And after that, Mr. Boy, it's time for me now to invest in a myself here. So the little $2 I had there put aside, I said, boy, I can take up some of that money here and me put them in something what me really love. What me really love. My grandmother done set on platform for Abby. Bill Panwa I done put down there and move on. And one of the first thing when me do, my father got pressure every day. He got on pen down there. The pen in no good condition. And it's like, me say, bye, how me could get this thing fixed? One day me tell him, my daddy, me and Bill and Pen, he said, bye, son. Me tell him me and Bill and Pen, and he tell me he not got no money. So me tell him, my daddy, me not tell you not about no money, me just explain to you, me go Bill and Pen. And the man stoops on, how old people be doing, stoops on with speed. So me say, okay, problem. I say, bye, I believe you don't me, because I'm not sure what to do and how we're going to do it. Turn off on me. 2 weeks later, I say, okay, I'm going to coop him, because normally that time he will still live at Jessup's. So he used to come up from Jessup a Saturday time, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. My banky up on the farm, 6 o'clock in the with a cutlass, a rake, pitchfork. And Mr. Boy, me clean up the area here. And me got me long 100-foot tape and me spray paint and me heavy hammer and everything. And me start to chop and pile. Me start to chop and pile. Me start to chop and pile. Me start and pile. About 12:30, me see 2 guys come down there say, boy, what you do? Tell them, buy me a bill and penny next week, The man said, I know you're serious, man, but you only got talk. But then turn off left me. Me down there in the hot sun banky. And me a push. When my father come there, about a past 2. Come down, he said, son, what you really do? Tell him, man, me bill and pen next week, you know. He said, why, you mean it now? I said, man, yes, man, daddy. Me go bill and pen. Pick up and pen. About, he turn off left me there, you know. The man vex, start to cuss. It's okay. TD come there. TD say, why smash us? What you really do? Tell him, me bill and pen. How big and how wide? Me tell him, man, me don't go down there now. Me measure the old pen. The old pen is 40 feet in length and 20 feet in width. But me gonna put on 4 more feet. So me want to go 40 feet in length and 24 feet in width. TD say, okay, no problem. You got your line, me got all my tools. Banky, you know me. Me pull out my bag and me pull out my thing and I be square them up, and when he come back, you watch me. Vex, you know. So me say, so daddy, what you say now? Here. But son, but you know easy, you know. You know easy. He said, what you mean? Me tell you what me plan to do. Me tell him, man, listen now. Me don't square the thing. All me want you to do is to dig 1 hole. He said, what kind of post you gonna put in? Me say, man, me gonna get some stiff electrical. Even if the hurricane come from the sea, calm blood on me. I said, man, let's dig the hole on them about 30 inches. That's what me want. Banky dig 1 hole. Dig 1 hole, Banky, and ask them what happened after that. Banky.
Yes, sir.
Ask Mr. David what happened after that.
I could see his proud, man. I could see when I see that man you meant to put down there, say, yes, I am. That you just serious. And I saw you're supposed to do farming, Virgin. I saw you're coming serious, and I saw you're supposed to do things. That you do things up to a professional way, where everything is protected, your animal is secured, and you have set the trend how when you way to do things, and you must get that. And I tell that all the time. You understand? So James, your son have done well, and he had really see what you're doing, because you have a lot of animals. And if you have that amount of animals, it's important that your animals is protected and secured. And this animals coming in and damaging your crop and and you're saying in the Ministry of Agriculture, nobody reach out to you. I mean, I find that hard to believe. I'm not saying it's not true, but you're telling me nobody reach out to you. That is not good, because there's extension staff when it comes to the veterinary area that will come out and check for you to deal with your animals, whether they're worming them or whatever it is. So how a situation like this happen and nobody come out to see? Yes, son.
Boy, Banky, you know what me had to do? Because me is this kind of guy, you know, me from blow up and go on, but me cool all the time. You know, me got a lot of contacts. Me call up Babs, me call up Dr. James, me call him up, me tell him, boy, this is the situation, yeah. And this is that. Cause me tell them straight up, me go kid a man ya down a tongue, no, because the man ya come down here and he attacks on choppiness. They ask me if me got the pictures, me send the pictures to them.
Yes.
Everything, all the evidence, me even send them when me got the dog in the cage and everything, me send them to them. And you know, the kind of price what they gonna put pan black belly, your sheep, in lamb, $175. I want to know, I mean, if I be there somewhere over, maybe redundant somewhere where nobody understand how animals supposed to price, maybe the department not train nobody in a them kind of thing there.
So what they charge you per live weight? But what they charge you per you go by live weight and different stuff. So they suppose so how what they work out the cost weight and stuff. How they work that out? What would they explain to you?
Right, Banky. What the lady put on the paper is $75 for a young lamb. So if $75 for a young lamb and $175 for a mother, I mean, Banky, you know agriculture. You understand how this thing go, right? I mean, to me, these people not trained. To me,
But your
me
father just
carry.
said the government send people away to all kind of universities and all kind of stuff, so they are trained. So that's why I'm
Boy,
asking what the value they're matching things with.
boy, me tell you, them people is a way off, right? They way off. I tell you, Banky, they way off. They way off. If me gonna sell Allison and young Shillam, Allison gonna come and say, boy, this year at 250, this year at 270. If me gonna sell Allison and Big Mother Sheep, Allison gonna give me over $300, and I saw you go Banky. So me not understand how they could arrive at them kind of prices there.
Unless
You know?
and okay, unless it's just like you see how your dad just say he gonna go and buy a young cow or a young calf or something like that, and the department they set the value in stock at a wholesale price. You see, unless they're using that you see what I mean?
Mhm.
That margin, because this is how you have to ask how the comment that's what I'm asking. What is the figure coming from? So this is a question you can speak to director, speak to the same Dr. Ambrose Abab. Can you have a way to ask question how they get this thing valued? Which numbers are you working with? You see what I mean? Because the prices are up, as you said it, but you'd sell a butcher who would come and buy stuff from your farm. The prices are way off.
Mhm.
Just I'm asking what
Mhm.
for these
Mhm.
prices. Yes, but
But
continue.
but Banky, but even if you look at the value of what the abattoir will give us for having meat, let's say $10 a pound for mutton, right? It's still
Mhm.
off, and it's way off. You
I
know.
got you. Yes, yes,
You know.
I
So
got you.
even if me got an animal and young shillam, which is 25 pound, when they don't do everything, that's $250 for 10 pound. And at the end of the day, me try to work it out. I mean, what kind of concept them man here I work with? Me not understand it. You
I
know, to
can.
me, right?
That is
Boy,
something. Yes.
you, you know what me tell me father? Me say, daddy, everybody say, and Nevis that monkey is the biggest problem. Me say, boy, one monkey come down in the ground. Banky, me not ashamed to say, me an electrician. Me not even got on me fence. One monkey, he come and he eat clean. You say you pass, you
Yes.
see melon. When you see the monkey coming, he eat a melon, me not run up. One melon and then he turn off. He not destroy nothing, he not mash up. I mean, tell me father the
Yes.
other boy, let me sell out them animal here and just invest all the money. Wherever, because to me, people dark damage than what the monkey do, Abby.
That is sad.
Sell out all the sheep and them. Forget about them sheep there and got to go look at sheep and so. Labby just turn all the money into the ground and keep moving.
But
But
you
I
see,
know my grandmother gonna turn in the grave. I know my grandmother
but
gonna turn in the grave.
we see this situation here that people dogs, stray dogs are do, because the abattoir itself need at least mutton and all this different stuff at least 20 every
But you
week.
see,
And if you guys are
but
one
you
of the
see,
biggest producers and the department is that putting things in place to protect just
ah,
you guys catch,
ah,
okay, you gotta protect the catch crops and you still gotta protect
right.
the animals. So you're gonna be losing. You don't want to lose
You
people
see,
like you guys who have invested
you see.
heavily. So this you see these are
Now,
things you don't want.
Banky,
You've got to
now
balance.
you
You have to fix this thing.
understand.
Mutton is a serious
Now you
thing that is
understand.
needed within the. Of course, I understand. I work in the sector, so I know the sector. I know it well. I know what is needed in the abattoir. I work close in all departments, so I know exactly what each department run and each sector run. You see, I work
You
close with
see,
everybody. So we don't want it. Well, me say we let me in the department. The general public don't want
Banky,
to lose farmers like you. I
Banky.
speak for
That is why
agriculture as if
Mr.
in the
Banky
department.
said. That is why the premier said in 2026 he's gonna hire you back on, because I mean, they see what you
In
could do.
2026,
Me tell
in
somebody the other day.
2026,
Me tell somebody the other day.
we
Me somebody the other day.
we will
Me
come in the
tell
show today,
somebody the
just
other
so
day,
you know.
boy. Me tell somebody the other day, boy, Banky is only one man. If one man left, somewhere you're not supposed to drop down like us. But me know why you drop down. Because the man them who are working, who bank it train and left there, they now put in the time. You got time. As my father said, boy, you got to put in the time. You can't go down
Yeah.
at 7:30 and by 11 o'clock you're on market shop and sit down. That they can't walk. You not get nothing do. You not get
Yes.
nothing do. The abattoir belongs to the government, agriculture department. How much animals the agriculture department? Huh? They got some cattle over mad and some down in Castle in the wild. Is me and my father and the rest farmers around who support the abattoir all the time. All the time. Sometimes 12 o'clock in the night, Gary Griffin call me, boy, I could get 30 sheep in the morning. I say, boy, I'm gonna work out something. When I go in to tell me father, he start to cost me. So me I get what? No, me still I try to make some money for me and he cost me. But first thing in the morning, son, you know I can see sheep Gary. Say, boy, daddy, you don't cost me last night, though. You know, and these are the kind of thing. But I still try.
Yes.
I still try,
Yes.
Banky.
I don't like
still
to hear
try.
stuff like this because yes,
You
son.
know?
And this is the thing I'm talking about. When you see, I always said the government is supposed to give people, young men like these, a $200-300 million. So yo, just do your thing. Invest some
Boy,
money in some special breeds of animals, whatever it is, whatever, expand your farm, whichever way you want to go, because we give in Marriott's $27 million, no interest, and every farmer can, and those in the agricultural sector, whether it's fishermen, agro processors, money is the main thing. When a young man have to invest, take up his own savings and make these investment. Virgin, the man, you hear the man say, build a 24 by 40, that's a house. A 2-bedroom house, the man build a steep pen out with the money. That's just investment. The roof.
bigger than
You
a
build just a
two-bedroom house,
house
Banky.
with a gable
It's
roof.
more
It's a
than a
house.
two-bedroom house, Banky.
Exactly. I'm just saying, yes, exactly. 2-bedroom, whatever it is. That's a massive investment. You understand?
Boy, Banky, let
That's
me
a
tell you
massive
something, right?
investment.
One of my good neighbors, when he realized what me do, he said, boy, the man gone on a pasture go build a house. My father was very upset. But me said, Daddy, you know, when you see people attack, you just leave them alone because
Of
them
course.
don't know what you're trying to
Yes.
protect, them don't know what you're trying to do. I mean, my thing is the way forward. Me want to see
Yes.
things that go forward, right? And when you're gonna sit down and you're gonna say buy money all the time, like the politician, money is the problem. Banky, me contribute to the hospital. If me got excess thing, buy 2 bag me show them in me truck, me go and buy the hospital, me go buy the flamboyant home. If a man pass by the farm, buy sell me a bella, me say man go along with this man. That's
Of
how
course.
me
Of course.
function.
But
It's
once you're
like
a
the
farmer, you're gonna
mommy
always give
give.
away stuff every day. You're gonna always
Yeah,
give
man.
evidence
It's
as a
like the
farmer. Farmer
mommy
gonna
give
always give
is
you.
the mommy receive. The mommy
Yes.
give, the mommy receive. The mommy give, the mommy receive. You know? You know?
Yes, son. How can you have young man like these passionate about the agricultural sector and not gonna help? This is why we do these shows, because you can't make this stuff up,
But let
I
me
know they
tell
do
you
it
something,
personally
right?
as a top electrician, I mean, I do it personally, Can we work together on jobs, The man really, really good,
Boy,
Virgin. Neat,
hey,
Neat, Man, they take pride in the things. You see, and the man
but
gone
hey,
into farming, making an
Banky,
investment. The man, you gotta get the support, Virgin. The man need the support. This
Banky,
should be happening. Yes.
some weeks ago, right? Some weeks ago, when me part to me, say, boy, me go work on the Christmas show over Zion, Me tell him,
Okay.
boy, me not go fight with no with that, you know. Me don't get a little shipment to go think it maybe 3 or 4 days straight. You don't know if man got no time. But my father said, son, you gonna do the Christmas tree? Me say, boy, daddy, me no know. But me load up my truck the first day me go down. Boy, me say, boy, no, this and I me want a bigger truck. Me went, boy, me partner Gary Griffin, me say, boy, I want a big truck. They take up that one there and go along with them. Banky, at 3 days me load that truck there.
Mm-hmm.
Me go and sink it. Me come over 1 o'clock. Me go back down on the farm all night. Me back up. Me clean up. Me way out. The next day. The next day. I saw me go for days. Melon. Nobody think he got no melon. Nobody else got no melon. Me got the yellow melon. Me got the red melon. I saw me go banky.
Yes.
But me drain. Me tell you, me drain. Me drain my father, son, how you get you? Me say, man, no worry, me like. Because my mind is set.
Yes.
My mind don't set by this is what me want to do. Me want to get rid of them thing here and me want to put in a next crop by the
Yes.
second week in January. Ask Yasin. Me don't know if Yasin passed down there this afternoon. Me had some melon on the ground this man. And me don't clean up. Me don't put everything. Tomorrow
Yes.
morning, me go down and me clean off me matting and me go mix up me down and and me gone again. Full speed. Now waste no time.
Yes, son. The sector is in good hands when you have young guys like these, you know. But resources is important. Resources is very important. And I have the concept where if you're gonna have anyone invest in the agricultural sector, they should be afforded resources to spend on themselves. But they want to get a tractor, they want, you understand, get other equipment because the government cannot solve the whole sector. So which means give farmers, fisher folk, you want to buy a bigger boat, give them the money, virgin. Are we money be? They might give it to all the hotels that come in around here, Christopher Harbour, Kittishon Hill, Park Hyatt, Marriott, and they're giving them by the millions, hundreds of millions. And then the premier go on the radio and all this and speak all this thing about agriculture, and then his deputy. This thing don't make no sense. Virgin the man perform, you know,
Boy,
and me mark hard, you know, me work real hard, you know. The man perform, the man consistent with the farming in a Virgin. So me can speak, so me give
you know
man credit.
something? My good friend Joni Pinny, could call him name tonight. My
Yes.
good friend Joni Pinny tell me, boy, you know the thing about you, I jealous you. I said, Joni, man, not jealous me. Two we go up together. See, man, I know your farm always clean, your farm always up to date. And say, boy, Jenny, boy, you got greenhouse. Me not got a greenhouse. He said, boy, every time me pass here, boy, it's just like me see something. Me just see green. Me say, boy, Joni, me put in time. Put in time. Everybody asks me, but how you manage with the electrical work, boy? When the sun more than me go home, me wash my skin, me put my tools on them in my truck and me go do electrical work. In the afternoon when me done and the place cooling, me come back on that day again. That's how me function. That's how me function. You know? The director tried to insult me. I could say so tonight because I mean me bigger than them. I had Joni Pinny excavated down there and that property for 2 months. I tell my father, Daddy, I want this whole place here clean. Clean. Banky, you know me as a man, me not ask nobody about no price, you know. Once you're done work, just say how much you, right? And one day, the director come down and say, I see a piece of land there. Plow up and this and that and all kind of things. So me say, man, you know, me do me thing and whatever. He said, who authorized this? I said, boy, the piece of land right out there in front of what my father got for the last 35 years. You take up the piece of land, put an antenna. When my father contact you, ask you, boy, how flow put antenna right out there in front of RB and nobody ever come and say nothing. I said, listen now, a 2 months journey down here with an excavator. 2 months. I clean. They go Kushachi, Clement Churchy for 2 months. I said, man, listen, pull out your phone. For 2 months at $250 an hour. That's $80,000. $80,000. Not no small money I better about. $80,000. You watch me. I tell Eric Sato. I tell all of them so. One day Erica call me and tell me, oh, Flosser can't get in and I pull across some fence. Me say, boy, I pull across some fence pan the area where me I play agriculture for. This is the place where me I play agriculture for. Why you plan to do? Chastise me and my father? But I been no do you nothing. I tell him, give me the piece of land where voice for a walk. Piece of land. Randy get back to me. All I know is like you forget my number. And these are the things I'm gonna go through. Boy, was going down there in a kusha. In a kusha. Banky, if me get very first gong, me good. Me good. Me get Mr. Very first gong we had, me good. Me no want nothing else. Nothing
But yes, I
else.
mean, I understand. If you have
Huh?
farmers seeking land, I did not knew if I have land that is available and so much, and you asking for land right there. Because Maxi don't live here. Max live in Guyana for 40 years now. Does that make no sense?
Boy, me could tell you, Banky, me not afraid this or so me go anyway. When me started the pen project down there, the girl Karen Evelyn Morton, he said, Justin, but me see you take off some money. What you really do? Me tell him, when the money done, whatever me a do, got to finish. Right? What me a do, got to finish. He said, but me see you take off some. No, me try to do a project. And when the project done, and me send him the picture, he called me a ball and apologize. I said, girl, I got to protect that investment here. What me done make since in a me grandmother time. Since in a me grandmother time when me good on there running sheep. Hmm? The foundation done cast. So me got to build on the structure there for the next 50 years. Once I able.
Yes.
And that is why we have failed. That's why we have failed. We set the foundation and your children that come and build pan up. Then go and go work with somebody else and then at the end of the day, then get knocked out. But me a build pan one me done got. Me sure about this year. Me got this year lock.
Yes.
Me gonna build
And you just gotta put
pan
in
this
it,
next.
you just gotta put in the time, you know. You just gotta
Oh,
put in
you
the
gotta put
time,
in the
and
time.
that's all it
Put
is.
in the
'Cause you put
time.
your time for yourself, because you don't know you don't know.
Yes.
You're gonna make it back easily. And your son mutton
Yes.
is
You
needed
put in the
every
time.
week, you know. The abattoir want 20 mutton every week, 20 pig, 20 sheep, 20 goat, 40.
But me
I
tell
mean,
you,
really? So if
me
these
tell
guys stop
you,
farm, what's gonna happen? They're gonna be because these
boy,
are one
let
of
me
the
tell you
biggest
something.
supporter of the abattoir.
But you
It's
see,
gonna be a serious issue.
but this are the thing now, Banky. If all the farmers in Navy say, boy, we gonna strike, we not deal with the abattoir no more. Well, what happened?
You
Well,
have
what
to go sink
happened?
it. You
Huh?
have to go sink
They
it
got
as
to go
state chart.
somewhere else. They gonna got to go
Yes,
somewhere else, and then the cost of mutton going up in the ear because they got to pay both to bring them over and all of these things.
of course.
Huh?
Yes.
I thought that the gentleman who run this country will say, boy, we started a program with the agriculture sector in the COVID. Boy, let me throw some money in the budget and let we give them money even 6 million between themselves to do what they want to do. But somewhere along the line, somebody dropped the ball. Somewhere along the line, somebody dropped the ball, Banky. If me going down the Monday morning to pay for the tractor to get me land plow, they gonna tell me only one tractor there. 3 months after is when the tractor gonna arrive. That time the crop what me want to plant, the time done gone. And these are the challenges that we have faced month after month, month after month, month after month. Banky something the water man, and they tell me, Mr. Huggins, this month your water bill is 6 something. Me not hesitate. Me not hesitate. Me take out my money and me pay. Me take out my money and me pay. Huh? Me ball for help months, months upon months. I tired right, I tired do assessment. Huh? Let me try to get the spring up to the top of the river fixed. Nobody come to nothing. I even get an estimate from an excavator man, an individual man tell me, boy, it's gonna take 10 days for us to go up there, sort out the thing. Nobody has studied me. Permanent Secretary Huey somewhere supposed to got a copy of this thing, pan top the table. Nobody a watch pan the side here. Man, watch, look over your neighbor's fence, no man. Let me get the thing happen. It's simple. The
Yes, and you're
water
in the
comes
same
straight from
area.
in the same area. The
You're in
pipe
this.
run right in front of Yasun. If Yasun come out with a pitax and dig right in front of the gate where he does drive, he bust the pipe. And there the pipe run. Spring
Well,
water.
I remember the project,
Huh?
you know, that came down from when I get a
Yeah.
grant from Jeff.
Yes.
a
Yes,
50,000 plus
yes,
US jobs. So I remember
yes,
who wrote the project and
yes.
lead right down past down by Maxwell Farm, going by Leston, go right down
Go
there
right down. It
the
go right
6 inch, the
down.
4 inch big like white line. So I
Yeah.
know the project because culture work on the project. Desmond Bartlett, he worked on the project installing
Yeah.
those pipes and everything. So it was professionally done and stuff like that. And then got on the soft sand over it. So it was yes. And then everybody tapping the
Man,
saddle, and the saddle was tapping into each farm. So I remember when the
man,
project
the
was in
thing.
place, guy, I had to drop off the pipes on them from in the white van at the time. Cause at that time I was under the I was foreman of works in the maintenance department before I went into the extension area. So it's me had to jump
Mm-hmm,
off the pipe and them, so we know exactly about the project.
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
definitely, so you even have a water issue, you have a maintenance issue. That's
Boy,
what they
that
have
is
over
the
there.
problem.
The water can't
I
done. The water can't done out there. You gotta go down with the
can't
source
done.
and you know
Me
yes, the
tell
water
him,
can't done out
boy,
there. It's a
bring
good
in a
farming
big
area.
machine. He got all the
Yes,
boulders. We're gonna just dig out the place, right? And then we're gonna
yes.
pack some boulders. When the gut
And
water
trap
come down, it go one way,
yes, yes.
and the spring water go the next way. We set up the thing, we go forward, we need help. I thought that our area representative, the agriculture man for 30 something years, will have come forward and say, boy, me know the area, so, let me organize something to get this thing organized. Nothing, 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 man. This thing and about no politics, no NRP and no CCM is the way forward for Nevis and the agriculture sector. We don't want to hear nothing about no NRP and no CCM. Is the way forward for Nevis. That is what important to me.
Yes, son.
As your son said,
You
me
know,
could go down wire and horse and charge a man $30,000. I mean I got to worry about nothing. Me could do that there every day, every day, every day, every day. But me want to be in the sun, me want to be in the animals, me want to be around the plants. That's how me feel comfortable with that, the brother. Sometimes man see me
Yes, son,
down
it's
there
a
in a
big
long sleeve
being.
black man say boy. But the man say boy, this man like he crazy. Me say no. But me comfortable in a black. Me comfortable in a
I
black.
mean, we starting up the new year with agriculture with different generation. You go say 3, 4 generation here, 4, 5 generation. So how can the government hear this testimony from a young man who want to be in this sector and not get no help? So we come here and speak all the time. People who can't follow this. This is the reality, virgin. You can't have a.
Boy
So how much
Banky,
animal how much animal you last? How much animals you last? And what is
boy,
and if you have to put a value to your last, what is the value to your last? At least it's on your card. Can you know your animal? What is
boy
the value
Banky,
to the last? And how much animals?
Banky, let me tell you something, right? In all fairness, right? In all fairness. I tell the gentleman when he come, I tell him, boy, the dog in the cage that you want, he say, yeah. So 2 days now he can't tell my partner. If the dog in the cage that you want, right? And you done kill 10 animal. This is the third time me send the police up the hill. First 2 time was warning. The third time I got him in a cage. You say, oh, your dog not eating the animal. Your dog not eating the animal. I give him 3 strike. I tell him, partner, a $5,000 me want for the damage what you animal do. The man said, me and my father look money for Christmas. Me and my father I look money for Christmas. And to me, I think that was an insult. I think that was an insult to me. That they make me more vexed than anything else.
How much animals had damage you lost within that time?
I was counting 14, Banky. 14. And one of the things what vex me, it vex me, Banky. When we catch the dog in the cage this Saturday morning, police come. Got the dog in the cage and get out. The Saturday night, my father said, boy, son, let me put the dog between a 2 cherry tree and wrap around an extra wire. Me do what he say must do. Come back on the Sunday morning, the dog in the cage. Left fan down there the Sunday night, the dog in the cage. Come back down there 6:15, the Monday morning. You could see which part somebody come and cut the wire. And cut the wire. When me call me partner TD, Clive Busso. TD tell me, boy, somebody cut the wire, you know. Because if a dog try to get out banky and he get the wire bust, the end of the wire will bust, gonna be a out. The wire and them bend in. The wire and them bend inside the cage, me say, boy, and somebody cut them wire, you know, and bend them back in. Me not make no noise, banky. I say, okay. Somebody come, they lay out the dog. Me not make no noise. Can me walk with God, eh? The Monday afternoon, me not catch back the same dog. The Monday afternoon, me not catch back the same dog. Because what the dog do? The dog kill a sheep and come back and eat the sheep. And when he there, eat the sheep, banky, me walk out, okay. That man you not tie dog, me just flatten no mouth right there. Me just flatten no mouth right there, banky. Me had to do it because the dog a kill me. The owner not do nothing. Nobody a do nothing. There's no help. There's no help, banky. There's no help. I try my best. Can't go no more.
Yes, son. The next thing need to happen,
Right.
the department gonna have to start even getting a farm like these guys should have a 22 to protect the farm, whether it's from monkey, from stray dogs, and all this different stuff for harming them. These are
But you
farmers.
see,
Why is it so difficult when the department can call in farmers and give them training with the police department and all this fun stuff? These are so simple common sense because the government not paid to catch the
banky,
monkey or give farmers a 22 and a pellet rifle, whatever it is, Virgin. Come on.
banky.
We
But
losing
let me tell
60,
you something,
70% of
right?
our food to monkey animals, you know?
Banky, that monkey program, right? Solve the whole of Navy's well in terms of keeping down the numbers. Keeping down the numbers, banky. Them man been do good, stalling them been shoot monkey day and night, day and night, day and night. Sometimes in 1 week stalling them got down 1,000 monkey. Can't believe. In 1 week, you can't believe. Huh? They used to bring in the land. Somebody said them ban them. I mean, how you could ban something and you know come to the people and then why use them and say, well, boy, you know, we can't afford to do this thing here
Well,
anymore.
what
There's no respect. There's no regards to nobody. They just do as they wish because them in power. And you know, I mean, we got to get over
from
the
my
hurdle, man.
understanding, is that they can't seem to get the source from Lanit. I guess they used to get it out of Trinidad and Trinidad stopped carrying it. Because when asking some questions, what they have to replace it. But they're saying it's in Santo
Yes.
Domingo or not. So tell me what I mean. They gotta make sure get this stuff. If it's in an area in Santo Domingo, it's just right there. So just get it because if it's
But
something that's gonna
Banky,
help,
if
and nobody, I asked some question about it lately.
let me tell you something. A Lanet is to me, a Lanet is a loaded rifle, you know. If me got Lanet, to me, me no really wanna go no. Me only got to see the dog and see where you travel and done. Me gonna do me own thing. You know? And this is the problem if we got the little things we're supposed to help and make the thing easier. It's not accessible to RB. And
All
if
right.
me as a
Let,
single man now,
go ahead, finish
want
up,
to bring
finish
in
up.
some money. You know, me as a single man want to bring in some land ain't no. What the customs on it? Goes,
No,
where you going with
no,
these? It's just a lot of
no,
things.
you wouldn't be allowed to, cause you don't have the you have to
No,
get the license first, which is just $5.
right.
Is not expensive. But let me get your dad in. James, your son have been saying a lot. I mean, it's you guys have been going through a lot, and I mean, I'm really sorry for what you all been going through and again your help. So, where's the way forward?
Hmm.
Well, Well, Banky, I would say this: the people should come together. Farmers, all the livestock farmers should come together. Wheresoever you're from, Nevis, once you're in Nevis and St. Kitts, come together and form a group of men and women as livestock farmers group. You send the relevant information to the Department, the Ministry of Agriculture, and if they not respond, somebody should hold the bull by its hand and go and get the chemical. When they come, and whatever they want to do, let them do. Because it can come a time that neither them nor they will be there. You know, because I am suffering too much. You know, I run the risk to do a lot of things on my own just to get me animal in them. Nobody go to them, say they not got no money to this, they not got no money to do that. They ban the land, they ban the substance. So what we must do, I said to my son some time ago, I was really upset. I said, son, what
But let me
we
say
should do?
this. Let me say this. What people got to understand is that lanate, it's an insecticide. Let me say this as a crop technician. It's an insecticide that people use to
Yes.
control aphid, you understand, worms, mealybugs, that they kill everything that they cross the path. Highly
Everything.
toxic. And farmers
Yes.
use this on their crops. So let me
Yes.
say that.
That is
And
correct.
the farmers who use
Yes.
this stuff, you'll be amazed that farmers use these highly toxic chemicals on their stuff. You see what I mean? That's why I always
Yes.
encourage people to do some of what they eat. So it's not this animal.
But
It's not a
Banky,
poison to poison animals, you know. It's a
no.
it's a poison to poison
Yeah.
insects for crops. But farmers really so toxic. It can kill even you. If somebody put a fingernail, your baby fingernail of lanate in some water, kind of on a scent, and you drink it, you're dead.
That's it.
That's
That's how
thing is
dangerous this
strong.
and toxic. You're dead. If
That
you
thing is
so I
strong.
me alone with it. If you make sure you got things over your nose, you wash your hand 100 times. I
Boy.
don't play it. If you smell it in a scent, and I don't, I feel that the virgin. You see,
So
so these are things that is really serious. That is sure how the kind of people use on their crops within St. Kitts and Nevis. So it's sure that testing is really needed a lot when it comes to where food is going out, because farmers really use some highly toxic stuff on their crops, and it is one of them. But go ahead, Dready.
So where do we go from here? I would like to know, as a livestock farmer this night, where do we go from here? If we can't get the poison to help the animals, there is no animal in. And I'm going to tell you this or not. It might sound stupid. One day, when the dog can't get animals to eat, they will turn on the human being. And because John Brown and Mary don't care about what happened down there with the dog, crush them. Because the dog will meet them and just jump on them and wipe them up and kill them. You know? So
Well,
where
that
do
is
we go
sad.
from here?
That is sad. Yes, son.
Very,
I
very
know
sad.
you wanted to play a
Because
video earlier, right?
I know people just walk at mornings, and some people, I see them walk with a stick just in case of emergency. One young man I met one time, boy, why do you walk in with a stick? He said, Jerry, I got to walk with a stick. Me I go walking, and because some morning ago he was passing along and he see two pit bull runner come and they was coming towards him. So he just had to wave his stick at them. You know what I mean? So where do we go from here? Are we getting any help? They have some institution out there. For example, the SIDF money is the people money, and government afford get some SIDF money and assist the farmers, help the farmers even to buy one truck. Nothing has been doing, nothing happening. Where do we go from here? Every year we hear one thing, development, and nothing coming either with the livestock or the other people. I need to know what is going on. This is not a political issue. This is a general issue of way of life. I mean, every year you want to go, development to come, and it does not happen. In the next 3 months, you're going to hear something happen. Nothing happen. Where do we go from here? All the farmers must live. The abattoir itself not producing animal, is the people that the animal producing
Yes.
doing well and take them to the abattoir. When
Yes,
the
son.
department could have been doing better, but because of the people what they got walking around them, especially on the livestock farm over Magnus, because the kind of people they got there and walk around them, they not spend enough time with the animals and them. So they have nothing. Animals all over the place wild. And them talk about me must keep me animal after the when they got cattle. All down to the St. James Anglican Church. Someday I had to go the other day. I am not working there. One of the workers get me and my son to go down there. I say, boy, me now go. But when I lie down the night, I started to say, man, I love the place, I love agriculture, and let me go. And we left from 5:30 in the morning, went down by MUA, and got the animal and then back. After by 8:30, 9 o'clock, I get the cattle and then back on the Madden compound. And I tell them I made it abundantly clear. If anything happen like that again, James, Ezekiel, EJ, David won't be going there. Nobody come and tell me nothing. I have no cattle. And up to now, not one of them from the agriculture and the ministry would say, Mr. David and your son Justin and those associates, thank you. Not one of them
Really?
able to come forward and say thank you. Anybody call it and
Really?
say they say thank you. Like, I went there
Wow.
with my son and 2 other associates and put them back in a Madden fencing. And nothing for me and nothing for my son. Me not thief, and me not run jobs.
That's crazy.
They come and they say, vote for them.
Yes.
Give them a chance.
Yes.
You know the
And
funniest thing
we're
about
gonna
this
do better.
whole thing, yeah? The two man who make there with me, right? You know, me pay them out of me pocket, cause me say, boy,
Yeah.
me got to do this thing, I do, and me pay these man yeah, in order
Give
to
a grab in pocket.
help. All me do is help. Cause the man then come to me, the man and say, boy, them thing, we got a problem. And me say, okay, no problem, man. Me and come and me start it out for you. Bam.
I think them.
The two man,
Out your pocket.
Hold me
out me
pocket.
pocket. Huh?
And this is the
Why?
department, and this is not your responsibility. This is not your
Not
responsibility.
my responsibility, me not gonna cattle.
Like the government have workers who run the
They
estate
can work
and
on.
who
But the thing is, you see,
yes.
the thing is, my banking experience is a hell of a thing.
That's what you know. Agriculture don't have no half days. You see what I mean? It's not a
No.
game and swat when water rough you on land. So
No.
it's not a half day. When the situation happens,
This is
you gotta
something
just
that
go
will
and
be
deal with it.
on top every day. Every day.
Yes.
Every day.
You know, Banky,
Every day.
Banky, I sit here, right? I sit up and I am here listening, right? I guess maybe you guys realize I'm kind of quiet, but I am here sitting and I'm listening, right? And I'm like thinking to myself, like when you listen to the the Minister of Agriculture and the other officials of agriculture, whether it's World Food Day or whether it's Agri-Fair or whether it's the budget or whenever they're speaking, you hear some nice fancy speeches and some nice fancy stories where all of these wonderful things happening in agriculture and so on. And then we hear from the farmers themselves and we hear something totally different. You know, I mean, like I know that you guys are not telling any lies, but like Banky said, it's almost nearly hard to believe that like this is happening, and it's good that I mean you guys are being genuine. The people who are listening could hear the passion in your voices, and they could understand the passion. I mean, we could relate, Banky and I mean, we are farmers, so I mean, you're talking to the choir here. But in terms of the people who are listening, I know you could hear genuineness when you hear it, and we are hearing it. I mean, I am taken aback. But before we continue, what I'm gonna do, because this evening we haven't even done much of that, in terms of going through some of the comments on the wall and also allowing folks to call in if you want to call in and be a part of the program. The numbers are 1-869 662-7196 or 1-869-665-8459. So those are the numbers to call if you desire to add, to any of the part of the discussions that you would have heard, or you want to add your own, point in relation to what you would have heard so far. So again, the numbers are 1-869-662-7196 or 1-869-665-8459. Those are the numbers to call if you wish to be a part of the program. I also don't want to neglect a lot of the comments that I'm seeing on the wall, because there's some people who are very, very passionate, who are involved in agriculture, have, suggestions and are making comments and so on. So I want to get into some of them. And we have Renwick Jeffers. Renwick Jeffers says, stray dogs is a big problem. Lost about 10 goats last year. Also had 2 cows last year that got beaten up really, really badly. Discovered the cows
Wow,
on a
that's
Sunday.
crazy.
The vet came on the Monday and treated the cows. Luckily, with the advice of the vet, patience, and some knowledge I remember from my father, I treated and cleaned the wounds with some 3 times a day. Use up to my lunch break to deal with the cows. And for
It's
those who may
crazy.
not know, that's Benno's son. So I mean, and Benno was one of the vets, back in the days. In terms of the prices, he commented on when you were talking about the prices, I guess that the vet would have offered. He said those are piglet prices. He says a boar goat is like $600 and up. We have, and he says we have the LOL 100 million, and the government has no land there for livestock farmers, especially cows. I guess he's talking about when Banky said you give these guys need like $100 million
Yeah,
to
man.
set up and do and so on, right?
Of course,
Um,
easy money, all the time.
uh, the Renwick also said, see now, if agriculture had poison, you could have laced the dead sheep. It seemed like they stopped being asking over a year now, and the thing that hurts me, the premier asking farmers to keep them animals tied, but no security against the stray dogs, thus resulting in my cows getting damaged from dogs. He says, like we have to go back to set up sardines. Only problem with that, the tin that the sardines in now can't take the heat like the old one, so you can't heat it too long. Um, Alan Powell says, Justin, I can't believe that are you. Big up, Aya. Renwick again says, yeah, Dready, I remember passing you all by Hilroy, Barney rounding them up, and also by Whitehall passing back with a next set by Flaco. I didn't know Dready done stop over there. Renwick again says, yes, Safari, you're right. Only when the protest happened by the open day in St. Kitts, you see the cry. Yeah, really and
That's
truly,
a good one. That's a good one.
yeah,
The protest by the
yeah.
agriculture open. That's a
And
good one.
I mean, it shows Banky that people are listening, and it is not just 1 or 2 farmers who are experiencing these things.
Of course.
And
Yes.
I keep saying, Banky, and we keep saying on this program that it's time to stop the lip service where agriculture is concerned. You brought up a point there where you spoke to, in recent times, the 27 or 37 or $100 million that was given to Marriott, as
Mario.
mentioned by the minister in the House.
No, no interest.
Interest free. Interest free.
Yes.
That is the part that I'm keen on.
And
You
they're
know
going
how
to get
much
right off too. They're
farmers,
not putting on
if you're
They're
really
going to get
serious
right
about
off too.
farming, but if you're really serious about farming and developing the agriculture sector, you know how much that could do for farmers interest free. Imagine right now, Dready and Justin getting $1 million loan interest free. All they got to do, use the money and pay it back. No interest on it. You know what these guys
That's
they
it.
could do with what they imagine. They ain't get nothing right now, and this is what they done got, and the pressure they're feeling right now. Imagine if they could get that. And so when we look at things like that, then again, Banky, we are seeking to develop, based on what I'm hearing from the premier, is no turning back where destiny is concerned. They are still
But did you hear the
minded
premier? But did you hear the premier say you're gonna turn back? You're gonna change your mind? But did you hear the premier say you're gonna change your mind? The premier don't say you can't repeal the bill. The man, they're gonna go through it. They don't care what we say.
So here's what I'm saying. If this is going to happen,
you probably don't say no.
but we're gonna need lands to develop the agricultural sector to feed these 10,000 families that are expected.
No. They'll bring it more container food are coming. We're talking about. These are billionaires talking about food to go for feed who? Not that I work. They're bringing their own kosher this and kosher that and whatever they want. They don't care about we. You think the people care about we? They don't care about we, and we know that. They might give away money, simple as that. Because they're coming there on the money, and these are CBI projects. Where they get money from? They don't have money. They might go sell passport. They don't got no money. The man says they don't got money. They can't do development because they don't got the money. The man says so. We interview the man says they don't got the money. He's going to do one and then hopefully get the one they sell and build the next one. What the man say? You think we're going to build the whole project? No, you can't. Phases, yeah, son. The CBI project now going away. The man now going to shut down the project or make adjustment. The man will never stop sell passport. I don't see that. Me not play naive.
Okay.
The man okay.
Okay.
That's the reality. This is a straight up thing.
Okay, so let's take them out of the equation then. Let's take them out of the equation for a second. Our population, we can't feed our present population right now. We are unable to at this point. But the population is going to grow. But you're going to have less land now to work with. And you're already saying that you ain't going to land. So how are we going to address this? Because you're already saying you're not going to land for farmers, But you still plan to give away a lot when it comes to livestock. Some of the section over there we know was known for livestock development. So how you look at that? How you factor in that?
Import food, yes, son. But you let them not care, you don't care. Oh, you miss the care? They don't care, yes, son. I work in the sector, Virgin. I know who cares and who don't care. If you care about you must show the money. Show me the money. Show me the investment that when so that a man like Justin, a young lady can get access if I'm going to the poultry development and can get access to at least 20,000, 40,000, 100,000. Where is they? Where they?
So Banky, that
money there. They
that
mean we're saying okay.
So Banky, that means we're saying that the leadership and majority of the people, just like the Destiny people then, because right now these guys are totally a majority dependent on the boat when the boats them come in and the imports. So that is why they ain't so serious about this farming, because they only got a problem when the boat then can't come. And seemingly that is what is been presented to us. Because if they were really thinking like we expect them to think, Banky said they don't care, right? If they did care, they would have kept to interest like what we're talking about.
Yes, son. You think I wouldn't like to have trained two young workers, whether male, female, about in the agricultural sector on my farm? You think I wouldn't like to say I can get a loan for $200,000-$300,000 and buy some machinery and get into coconut oil making and get into, value added products, jams and all it and packaging stuff and do a little and make you think and every farmer hear me speak like one the same thing too, but then okay. When I ask these guys are into real estate, they're into selling passport. Every a passport, is a $5,000 a head to these US to each whoever applicants or whoever doing this thing, whether the agents or the lawyers. These are the money about to make, 20,000 or 15,000 US goes to the government fee, and the next 5,000 US. And I stand to be correct today. If the fees are way higher, correct me. If it's too low, I stand to apologize. Not a problem. But it's a money making thing. That's why I'm premier. Is the project a CBI project? Somewhat. What the hell is somewhat? It's either yes Is no. I went to good school. Don't be complicated with me. Get to the point. Yes, it's a CBI project, Dr. Jensen say. They must sell passport, Virgin. So you hear the premier say, we appeal the project. That is the only thing the NIA cannot do. We appeal the project. So it's a straight gun through. That's it. They don't care about agriculture.
Bank
The premier could stop them because they had pepper one season pepper off in the backyard. That now gonna help Justin them animals come back. That now gonna help me get no work on my farm. When he eat banana, he and Dr. Joe got the biggest bunch of banana. That now help the sector. So me not get excited over that.
Banky,
So yes, go ahead.
things, right, that I try to create is like a corporation. When I started out a very long time ago, I called my cousin Heidi. I said, Heidi, girl, you know, you got this college degree and you got these big papers and so. He said, man, me done come back and me done buy an old Jeep and me buy a piece of ground. I said, man, listen now. I gonna come and I gonna fence the ground here. The idea is, if me not got something, you supposed to got it. We just gonna try to chuck everybody foot. If me not got melon, you supposed to. Me not got a banana, you supposed to got banana. You know, and that's how we've been working for the past months. Once me not got something, bet your sweet life how it got. And that's the kind of corporation me try to build. The other day, me went down Morning Star, right outside the fella Morton, Dave Morton, but and Daniel Atherton set up a little farm. He and a partner there, and it's like when Dave see
Where?
me there, yeah man,
Where
a
you
big
say?
farm
Where? Where?
outside Dave Morton, yeah, down in Morning Star,
Where? Down in
Morning
Manchester,
Star,
Dave.
yeah.
Which one? Oh, got you. Yeah.
Okay,
Well, I
which one?
know,
No,
Mr.
you
Dave Morton, the preacher man. You mean?
no, listen no, you see which part Noel got a house in the corner.
Yes,
When
yes,
you
yes,
come on
yes.
Morning Star, you go straight down the street, you go into
Okay, I
the
got you.
next flat, Dave Moser.
Yes.
So, so Dave see me down there. Dave said, "Boy, I know it's you, you know." When I see the excavator there, I said, "Dave, no me thing." Daniel Atherton begged me. He bring some force here, yo, man, help get this thing start out. That all me do. Me not even get up here. Help me, help. Daniel, me buy, me go, me deal with he deal with Danny, you know, and we get the thing set up back in the house. And right now, them man got food. Food. The man got
What I was
food
saying
banky
that
and right
I know
and,
Mr.
and
Morton
this is
set up
the
an
kind of
area. I know Mr. Morton set up an area over by in church ground where we are building a project there. We Cal live next to
yeah
Berlin Clark
yeah
area
yeah
there.
yeah yeah yeah
You have a little
yeah.
area there at least maybe about 3,000 square feet. Yeah, son. I watch him set up
Mm-hmm.
the area. Just pull some fence in there full of food, no space too small. You may
Mm-hmm.
hear me bigging up me,
Mm-hmm.
Pastor Dave Morton all the time, but didn't I do the next section over
Mm-hmm.
in Manchester either. So if he have
No,
time to do these
no,
things,
no, 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 no.
No,
When
no,
he
no.
see me in a man's car,
uh-huh.
is that yet about
You got,
when Dave see me, Dave
oh,
started to
yes,
judge. Dave say, I walk and I
I
don't
got
walk
you.
out of somebody like you. I say, boy, I mean, I got nothing. And Danny, I do whatever. Me just come through. He just give Danny a hand and that's all me do. Because the idea is, boy, if somebody not got it, somebody else supposed to got it.
That's it.
Somebody else not got it, somebody else supposed to have it. The other day, a man called me from SK 3,000 pounds of melon. Me put them on to Ravi. Me don't
Of
went to
course.
sink it. Me don't
Of course.
basically empty out. And, you know, me don't went up to agriculture up here. Then me call me, then say they want a couple melon. Me carry on 1,000 pounds in them. And that's the idea. Somebody not got something. Me could call and next man and say, boy, you know, set that thing here for me, kind of how, no? Bam. You know, hand come, hand go. That's what my grandmother taught me. And the thing about life, by you know, I don't think that the politician and them realize the hardship in the country. In terms, boy, you got some man around here. If you give them one quart, the man could make that quart into 20. Let's give them 1 quart. So buy, deal with a quart here. Bam, bam, bam. And that's the kind of thing we're trying to create. We're not just going to sit down and just laugh around and, no. We're hard-working people. Hard-working people.
I give thanks, and I really feel the passion. I hear the passion. I mean, it's always good to hear, like I always say, I hear from the horse's mouth, as they would put it, talk to the farmers. Don't just listen to these people who are in these offices and so on. They do have their nice stories and they do have their shenanigans that they try to put on. But the reality is, um, the fact that we are paying almost $200 million annually for food import speaks volume. That in itself speaks value, right? So no matter what kind of fancy speech they come with, unless they're telling me that they're seeking to reduce that number and not just planning to do it by coming up with some nice talk, but by showing me in the budget that you plan to put some money in place to deal with these things, you could continue with shenanigans because you ain't fooling me. You ain't fooling me. And that's why it's always good to hear from the average guys like you and your father, who has a wealth of experience and a wealth of knowledge, where this is concerned. There are a couple more comments here. If there's a recession, God forbid, or a next lockdown, no food can come in, neither for us or destiny. What we gonna eat? I guess that came on the heels of the discussion we were talking about in terms of the fact that these people plan to import. We just spoke about the $200 million import bill, and this is because we talk about the lockdown, and we saw what happened during the lockdown. Almost everybody turned farmer, and then after the folks them could
Hey,
come back again now. Everybody gone back to the supermarket, and nobody studying farming again.
yes,
Hold
son.
on, just hold on 1 second. Hold that thought. Let me just finish. You got one more comment, and then I'll let you come in. Sorry, two more comments. At them say about 5 years ago, food security for 2025. Now the goalpost moved to 2030 and no drive start yet. So I don't see the goalpost going to reach 2040. I want to see how long them going to fool the majority. I know they can't fool me. Actions speak more than just words. Larry Wharton says, good evening all. Some of those comments were mostly from Renwick. That's why I didn't bother calling him again, because those were some of his comments. On the other side, on YouTube, Jessica Jarrett says, them not got no money, Banky, you killing me. LOL, what you
The
say?
money day.
What you say?
What the money day?
You
The
pick
money
pepper in the
day, yes.
backyard? You
Yeah.
pick pepper in the backyard? I saw it too.
And then I help the problem.
And somebody, and where she also says, I love Justin's passion for agriculture. It is awesome.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, man,
people listening, and we definitely seek to, as much as possible, give the folks who are listening, when they make the comments and so on, we give them the opportunity to have their comments being read, because actually we also acknowledge that they're here with us and they're part of the discussion. Without them, sometimes we have no well, I can't say we have no show. We'll be here, but just that we'll be talking to ourselves, so to speak. And so they at least let us know that they are with us, and some people actually locked in. Yes, Banky.
You had a clip. You had a clip you wanted to play. That's all I'm asking you.
No,
There was a clip you wanted to play.
Yes,
No. Okay.
I would have spoken to our technician already, and we decided that we're gonna just hold that until Tuesday. Based on the discussion that we are having now, I didn't want to interrupt and take it to another. Right. This is just smooth. This is just going great. I'm loving what I'm hearing. I love the passion.
Yes, son.
I mean, yes.
My thing is, when you're working in the agricultural sector, because there are people listening, so let me try to tone down the dialect, because we got the people in Tatola, I figure they can understand some of the dialect sometimes. So there are folks who are listening, so we have to speak some proper English so they can understand or understand. But let me say this for those who are listening. Once you're in the agricultural sector, whether it's into crops or into animal husbandry, the extension staff plays a very big role when it comes to supporting the farmer. The farmer might have his own techniques, yes, but then those who are trained within that sector have the responsibility to work along with those farmers and encourage them in different techniques, but they have to be there. You can't just coming around once in a while the harvesting, taking data with your book and writing down in a work like that. You got to really be there to assist them and show them this can actually work. To convince a farmer who doing something for years and you come in all of a sudden now and you go just tell them do this and they're gonna do it in a work like that. You got to say, okay, then instead of trying a whole bed, just try two plants and they're gonna work with 2 plants with you. Gonna come early in the morning and then the farmer gonna gain your trust. And that's how it works. You can't have young men like these guys here with all this passion. The man genuinely, this growing in this young man here, you know. Just how he growing in a me, growing up in an environment, he grew up in the environment. It's a family structured thing. So even though you see you're not backing at it, even though he's straight away from it, it's just what you call him being a virgin. That's just reality. You can't fake it. And it's a live, it's a livity.
Banky,
That's the livity. Yes, go ahead.
Banky, minister for me to know. All when me work with kid, me tell guy got passion every morning, yo.
All right, then, good.
And me
That's the
work
whole
with
point.
kid. And me work with kid
Yes.
from 7 o'clock in the morning to 5 in the afternoon.
All right.
Every day. So
Yes.
it's just like something in a me, in a me,
Yeah.
right? And yes, son, one of the things is by me thought the COVID-19 will teach Abby a thing, yo. Not teach Abby nothing. I remember the first and say lockdown. Me say, boy, me get a passion, you know. And me jump in at the chance for me in a drive. And me turn off. When me reach out to the end of the road there, me look down, me not see nothing. Me look up, me not see nothing. When me going down by Jammer, boy, when me look me on here, boom, I pick up, pass, full speed, police pick up, pull in front of me. But the only thing them man a do pull and gun on top of me, them man ask me, boy, you crazy man, where you go? Me say, partner, me got some animal down there and pen yo. The man say, me not believe you. I say, follow me then. The man move, let me pass. When me go to the gate, me say, boy, me think this is a harassment, yo. Let me call Babs. Me say, Babs, I believe that the agriculture department have the data. Who have animal? Who have livestock? You got to issue some pass. And by the afternoon, everybody in the Zion community, New River Hickman, got a copy of the pass. And me started. Me are the one who tell them the farmers don't need a pass.
But that's
Babs
common
there,
sense, yeah,
Babs.
man. These are common sense things.
I mean, boy,
This is common
how you
sense.
gonna get 300 and something get an animal in a pen there? I mean, somebody drop the ball. We drop the ball, man. And so this is like, as you say, if the
You
boat
see,
stop come, what happened to Abby?
you can farmers.
When the COVID-19 kicked in, me and Tiri had more than 7,000 pounds of pumpkin down there and a mango tree. The same mango tree yasin was there in a Tiri ground. We had them covered down with that big tot, 1,000 pounds. And what we do, Mr. Tiri, but nobody got no money, but nobody a work, nobody do not. I be just give them where. We just give them where yasin. Under the same mango tree where you don't come. Over 7,000 pounds of melon. Over thing.
Pumpkin.
Yeah,
Something.
pumpkin. Over 7,000 pounds. Tiri say, boy, what have you do? Me say, partner, I ain't got to get in where nobody got no money. And maybe that's why the thing I work out a kind of how know that, you know? Thing I come around.
I would just love to see
I
Banky,
the situation here being
Banky,
resolved. Yes.
However,
I think we need to form a corporation on a Banky.
wish to
Because, you know, the thing about this thing here, when we have meeting like this discussion, we need serious people. Some weeks ago, me went to Dominica, and as far as me concerned, me had the little boy in the room, Banky, But at the end of the day, everybody still a watch me. Me the only man I represent Nevis. He got man from Anguilla, St. Martin, Turk and Caicos, a load of people. The FAO, Aika, Jeff. Me the only man who may represent. Banky me not even know who may represent. As far as me concerned, me name pen and paper, Justin Huggins, and me went. And me went. We spoke about New River. We spoke about how we could get it better. You know, these are the
Of course.
things. Yeah.
Well, that's the purpose of your going in now, to speak what kind of farming technique you're doing in Nevis, how you what some of the
Yeah,
difficulties
man.
and challenges. So when you go, you're
Eh?
representing the island of St. Kitts and Nevis. That is why. So to
Absolutely.
go on this, they have to be
And the,
else,
and the
and that's what it's all
cooperative,
about.
and the
Huh?
cooperative, because at the same time you represent the cooperative, because at the same time,
Yes, yes,
you
yes,
know,
yes, 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 yes,
Of
yes,
course.
yes, yes,
the,
yes,
and
yes.
I must commend New River for that as well, because there would have been several other cooperatives and so on, but New River tend to be one of the vibrant and active farmers cooperative. I mean, there's room for improvement. I know it might
But
not
you know,
necessarily be active as it could be and should be, but I'm saying this because I want to encourage you and the others who are still involved to, though there may be challenges and though you may seem like, you might want to give up, don't give up, because cooperatives are very, very important. There's a lot that
boy,
you can gain from just being a member of a cooperative. I try to tell people that sometimes you find agencies out there, some of these agencies that you spoke about that you went to when you had that meeting in Dominica. A lot of the times,
mhm,
sometimes they may have funding or they may have training, but they would not necessarily give it to an individual. But if you're a member of a cooperative, they would give it to the cooperative, and so the cooperative
yes.
can benefit in that way. So I'm just saying that to highlight to other members and so on that it's no organization is perfect. You're gonna have little, people who have their disagreements and so on, but let's as people overlook the little differences and see the bigger picture. Like, I mean, you would know, I mean, 'cause you guys listen to the program, me and Banky don't agree on everything. You would hear me and Banky disagree here and here, but at the same time, we don't let the disagreement cause us to not get along and not do something. If me want Banky do something with me tomorrow, Banky gonna do it the same, even though we just argue on the ear, right? And so we,
Yes.
we we need to be able to have that kind of level in terms of getting people to understand that in cooperatives too, and you will have that too. But sometimes easy and the difference so that look at the bigger everybody.
Yes, son, I know we have been 2 hours have gone so fast. So I mean, definitely we'll have to
I,
get back these two gentlemen
I
here
mean,
if sometime further down in the year and get an update of what's been going
I
on,
mean,
what they've been up to and stuff.
let
I
me
know
find out.
coming up the last Thursday and Friday of March is the 30th anniversary of the Agriculture Open Day. I'm not sure if they have any plans to take part in it and stuff. I definitely will be taking part in and beyond. I just want to make sure my presence and my Uncle Man's presence is around that atmosphere and keep his legacy going and so forth. Definitely
Yes.
having some crops right now, harvesting what watermelons, cucumbers,
Hmm.
tomatoes, sorrel, um, okras, pumpkin, banana planting, and cassava, whatever you see, and you ask bell peppers and seasoned pepper and lettuce and stuff like that. So I just want to give thanks for all those who come out and support Manso's Last Stop and Shabazara Nix. And definitely in the end of first week in February, when I harvest those melons, I want to keep on the Saturday and Mansa's second annual Mansa Fest, where you can come on the farm, chill out, get some fresh vegetables to buy, get some food from the shop next on the farm, and just enjoy the view and the scenery and stuff like that. So, but I want to thank the guests for coming on. But definitely we'll have to get back Jerry and his son because they've been doing some great things. I mean, Jerry been doing it for years. His son coming and coming as which is needed as the younger one to continue and add to it, especially crack the cash crop and develop the cash crop at a larger scale. Jerry been doing his thing with his cash crop, but Justin coming in a different level with the melons and the squash and them kind of vibes and fence it differently. So you and also give the area a good look when it comes to aesthetics and stuff like that and safety. in that aspect of it. So all that, as you say, it made the area really look good and it complements the area and stuff like that. So with no help and this we keep saying these things, and then as you say, the minister and I say let me go back again. The problem is the premier, and the premier the problem of him because he know his minister of agriculture failing, and I already told him he need to take agriculture under his belt and take agriculture from the minister of agriculture, but because his cousin didn't want to do it. If you don't feel you can't feel what's what you do, you let your cousin not feel make you look bad.
Okay, so Banky,
Him.
so Banky,
Yes, yes.
you don't think it will be a good idea to have the minister of agriculture and this show and the agriculture program with us, and then I mean, sometimes we might think
And with
a
who?
man know
And with who?
something
And
and
with
he not
who?
know, you know.
So I'm gonna tell you this: when you see the minister of agriculture, I want you to tell him that they have an invitation. You understand? And the farmers want him to come on the Everything Agriculture show with Yason and Banky. I could choose the topics and give you Tuesday or Friday and let me tell me what he say. I want you to tell me what he say.
You see,
I want,
the idea
yeah.
about me, right, concept is how can I help? How can I make it better? That is just me, you
Talk
know.
to the minister of agriculture and ask if he'll come on the show
Yeah, man.
and tell me what
I
he say.
mean,
Will you
we
ask
need to
him?
do something.
Will you
Sure,
ask the
man.
minister of agriculture? All right. And will you tell me what he
Sure.
say? Can I bring back to the report? Can I like report to the
Banky,
listening audience?
hey,
I want to
I could
report.
tell you, no fool
All right.
yourself, yeah. No
That
fool
what?
yourself, yeah. You listen to Abby, you know.
Well, I
No
want to
matter
listen
fool
to.
yourself and think.
Me
You
now, I
listen, you
want
know.
to listen. But too
You
sensitive, so I
listen.
hope you listen. He's very sensitive.
No,
That's the problem.
no, it not got to
So I
be
want him to come.
sensitive because Abby not do nothing for Abby alone. We are trying to do for the country. And the
Them
country
is
who
the
we say
sheep.
love. The
We
people
are
who
the
we say
shepherd, them are the
love.
sheep. Them are the sheep. They need to be play the sheep role, and we play the shepherd role. They're working for us. Get out of their feelings
Aye.
and do their work. You understand? And stop get their head full up of wind. Cause
Banky.
it's just all wind. You hear cry, and every other farmer cry text instead of having the same issue with animals, but with dog bite of the animals. We're not making up no stuff here. We're not holding inside. We just want this thing to be solved. We're abattoir can get more animals. 14, you lost 14, 15 animals. They could have gone to the abattoir, benefiting the
That is
community and
correct.
all this different stuff. So this is
That is correct.
we're trying to solve problem. We're not. That is all these shows is all about. This show don't care if the minister vex up and any feeling. We don't care about that. Cause we're gonna still come here and speak about the issues. We not hold sides. The premier come, face the listening audience, answer his question, and he move on. That's all it is. We're not here holding on personal. We don't care about people's personal issues and stuff like that. We want agriculture to be at the pedestal where it's supposed to be. The food import bill is over $200 million a year time, US dollars. Come on, man. Why we're not seeing these investment? You got we're not agriculture, everybody having access to funding. You see what I mean? You're taking up your life savings to invest, and other farmers, I'm doing the same thing. Yes, I'm doing the same thing. Most farmers doing the same thing, doing everything out of their pockets. They can't go and get an interest-free loan, not even for $5 that the government have put in place. Not in St. Kitts, not in Nevis. And both the federal government, Dr. Joe, and his cabinet, and our premier, Mr. Brantley, well, then they pick pepper and they pick banana. The people are suffer. That are the reality.
But you know, thing when we realize that the minister Duggins and Evelyn is not in terms of agriculture, you know? That's what
They're
me
supposed to
realize.
collaborate. They're supposed to work hand in hand. They're supposed to
It's about the
collaborate. He's not a minister.
right. I went, me not go think it often. Me not go think it often. I think it, my father not even know me gone. And Navy so only got one tractor, and the man got 6 brand new tractor up a log with covered down with a tarpaulin. When me go down there in December, the tarpaulin so dry rotten, it done rip up the truck brand new, just the cover down. And Navy's
What
got
color?
a piece of tractor.
Blue?
Red,
Blue?
massive Ferguson,
Okay.
massive
So different.
Ferguson covered down with a blue tarpaulin up a log with. And
Nevis,
Navy's got one tractor. everything. Chapter broke down, man. Let me come
The minister
together.
says he
Let
put
me
some
come
money in there
together,
to get to buy a
man.
tractor.
We need to come together as one
They put
and
some money there to buy a tractor. I
properly.
don't get tractor. I don't get new tractor soon. Some money there in the budget to get tractor.
Banky, you make
Yes.
Man, yeah, but
representation.
Banky, if you
We
talk
got
about a new chapter, the new chapter supposed to don't come and stream. So Yasin
soon.
will try to get it going on the plow up. So he could try to get something for open day.
The
That
rusty
chapter
brush, man.
supposed to done a work next week.
Stop rusty brush. Stop rusty brush. You put
Huh?
too much pressure on the minister. Stop push on the minister, man.
No, I
Take
got
it
to
easy.
put pressure on them because me
No,
feel
man. Take
squeezed
it
though.
easy.
Huh?
Stop pushing the minister. Take it easy. Work with the minister, man. Man, I try best.
Huh?
Man, got too much stress for the man right now.
Boy, you say you could bear the heat.
Let your dad,
You
your
say
dad want to say something. Your dad want to say something. Jenny, what you say?
Representation is important. And if we have representative from Nevis, they say give them all three. Minister of Agriculture should go to St. Kitts and sit down with the Minister of Agriculture and say, look, we want a tractor, we want something for Nevis. But it appears to me they are not saying anything. We can't afford this thing to happen any longer. We need something. Mr. Doggins, if you are listening, Prime Minister Joe, please send a tractor to Nevis, please. We got some
All
vessel
right.
coming to Nevis now, and you could put some on any one of the boats, whether the sea bridge or the other vessel. Please, we as livestock farmers and crop farmers, we need some help. We need some help.
No,
I am calling upon you for the second day of the year. James Ezekiel E.J. David, I am calling upon the Minister of Agriculture in St. Kitts, the federal, and please make us a contribution, make us a donation. Simple. Otherwise, we could be in more trouble. Gentlemen, wish you all
Yes, son.
yes, and may God bless you all and take care. And I will be back sometime. We have a lot more to talk about agriculture, you know, because the government,
Yeah, man. I think the people,
workers
I think the
and them
people want you back.
do their work. They should do their work. They are not doing their work. I am not satisfied with how they're behaving in the agriculture sector. They could have done much better because all of them have high training. Me I went nowhere, but none of them could beat me. Not even if in the coffin, they could beat me. Because what me don't forget, they don't know. Good night. God bless you all. Thank you.
Justin, your last words where you want to left the general public and anyone who is listening, you want to give any inspiration to and stuff like that?
Everybody
Banky,
know.
one second.
Yes.
Justin, 1 second. We got a caller in the last minute, so we're gonna allow the caller to get in quickly, and then I'll let you do your closing. Caller, good evening. Welcome to Everything Agriculture.
Good evening and happy new year to all you guys, right? You know, I'm listening to the whole discussion about the tractor, right? And it depends on about the half a year left. Sometime in October, when the plow. And up to this moment, still waiting for the plow.
From October.
It's October.
Well, and the people say over here, when they get a lamp plow yet. Over here, people come in the pole and they get a lamp plow yet, yes, son.
Hold on, Banky.
So all I need to do is say, as soon as the plow, find the vine, by March or I push it over in these, right? That's 4 months. I'm still waiting on the plow. Sometimes in December they tell me the plow break down. I'm waiting on the over now, but sometimes in December they tell me the plow break down.
Wow.
So now I'm
That's crazy.
maybe February, I'm getting on.
This is not good, yes, son. And
Man.
many farmers having these challenges.
Thank
Many
you,
farmers
caller.
having these challenges.
Sorry that you called in at this late hour, because we're actually wrapping up. But give thanks, and I think your input. Hold on, Justin. I think your point is well taken because it's adding to what we are hearing from our
Yes.
guest this evening. And so thank you very much, and we look forward for your continued listenership and participation in the program.
Yes, and
Thanks a million.
what we're gonna have to do is reach out to the director and invite the director to be a part of the show, where he can explain what is really going on with the department with this tractor situation and what is the short-term plan and how urgent it is for them to get any extra machinery to help with what's going on. Because when you hear farmers calling, paying for something to be plowed in such a time, and then months later they tell me, and this is a new year, still can't put in the vine so you could get a crop going. This is not good. This is really
Tell
not good.
you,
It's not good. We
tell
can't make up
you,
these
man,
things.
Banky, I believe that the tractor up a lagweed for sink it. I say, well, boy, you got 6 tractor there, you got to be them there. It's for maybe the man bring them in the pulley band for job man and I think it. Cause then just cover down, then just there, they cover down the tarpaulin rip up. You know, me say, boy, no. Them man they got to be them bring in them thing yeah, for thing, then they cover down. I mean, me say, boy, I got the tractor leave it's not got nothing. It can't be the same federation. Huh?
Yes.
It can't be the same federation.
But
But
Justin,
you wrap up. You wrap up,
I
Justin.
think you're wrapping up. I think you wrap
And
up with a nice light
hey,
moment there. I mean, it's not a
you
light
know,
moment, it's a serious moment, but
you know,
but
Banky,
it's really funny. Anyway, you're
Banky,
closing,
you know, the
Justin.
thing about life, right? The thing about life, you know, they're pushing me to a kind of level I don't want to reach there. Because if I go down a tongue, you're not going to come back with a tractor. Because once me go in a stone building down a tongue, me come back with a tractor on a bank because that's how me design it. Once me
Yes,
go
I.
down a tongue in a them stone building down there, me come back with it. And then me going to just blow the government out of the water in terms of plowing. Because me
Well,
a
that's what's going to happen
24 hour and
eventually.
that's time, right? That's how me design. But me don't want to go through that. Then me just still want to do them thing, you know, because them are the agriculture, you know. And them we
Yes.
push for, you
You see,
know.
your
But I
son,
just want
one of
to
one of my thing, what need to happen within the sector, in the department, is that the estates that they have, they just need to have one experimental stage at Prospect, and the other estate like the river and over in Patrick need to be given to individual private farmers who can manage those areas, those land size, and the government has an experimental station with a greenhouse and give technical support. Focus and get a lot of all these different kind of crops, like growing crops. Like right now, agriculture open coming up in March, and they're going to be which they're having onions and stuff like that. Those not just need to giving up, and in I don't give them this recommendation already, because it's not conducive for the government to be into these kind of stuff. Leave for the farmers to be doing. Like give this land to people like Justin, Mike, and these guys in these areas, these other estate divided. They can figure it out. Because yes, on you yourself over in Uvan, you went down to an area down there next to you, behind you down there, with all these coconut trees. What you seeing there? No grass? What you seeing there?
Right, yeah.
No
I
house?
mean,
No
and
house.
there's one
You
above
just
with
what
the
kind of
the
whole
other one
point.
above with the jelly tree. The other one with the jelly tree them up
Yes,
above too. I mean, them they could be revenue
yes.
generators. You know what I mean? They done set. They just need to organize and tourists will come
Boy,
and pay for it. They're like, you sit down and drink a jelly.
them not serious,
I
that
mean,
man. They're not serious. I tell you so. They're
yo,
not
guys,
serious. That's the whole point.
we've already exceeded the 2 hours, right? And I could hear just based on our, I mean, utterances that we could sit down here for another 2 hours and talk agriculture, maybe even another six. But as we close, I want to thank Justin and his dad James Dready for being a part of the program this evening. I could tell you based on the comments later on, I could look at them and so on. The people are listening and the people are in agreement. Some are in agreement. Some are actually facing some of the things that you're faced with as well. So as I close myself too, I would go through the last set of comments that came in. Ruthlyn Hill said, "Happy New Year across the miles." Rennick Jeffers says, "Blessed night, everybody, and keep up the good work and keep fighting for improvement in agricultural sector. Food security is a
Yes, I
must.
give thanks.
Buy
Yeah,
local and
man.
feed local. Our future children depends on it." So I'm telling you, people are
Yes, I.
listening. And then we have Shemwana. Shemwana says, "Well, there's a very long line waiting for this tractor." And this is a young lady that I spoke to. She's in the Zion area. is very much interested in agriculture, and these things bother me because apart from us as men going through the struggle, it's hard when you hear young ladies are trying, want to do things, and then they're faced with these kind of difficulties and challenge and so on. So, I mean, it really hurts me. Really, really hurts me. Guys, we're definitely going to have to do a part 2 pretty soon. So, Dready, I mean, you're always welcome to the program. So we just have to organize it again. Justin, same thing. So we just have to organize it again and come back. The people definitely, really want you guys. They love the discussion. I myself love the discussion, love the passion. Learned a lot from you guys. Because even though I am here around you guys, I mean, here in New River area, there's still a lot that I'm learning as I'm around you guys and so on. So I do look forward to learning more, spending more time, helping to develop the New River Farmers Cooperative and see how much we can do. As you talk about that, structure where each one of us will look out for each other, there's another idea that I have in mind. I think we should have our own little farmers market. In the corner down there, like everybody, like let's say a Saturday all who have whatever we have, we could bring out a little table and then let people come country and come by the lifestyle, whatever you have. If you got protein, if you got whatever, and it's just every week, we do that once a week and everybody benefit from it. So it's something that we could, discuss and maybe our next Rivers cooperative meeting, we could, suggest that and see how that works. And even if everybody don't do it, and even 4 or 5 of us start doing it, he might encourage others to say, "Buy the man doing a thing," and he start working, and they may fall in line as well. So, food for thought. Like we always say, we don't just talk about the problems. We try to offer solutions as well, and we must let the folks know as well. It's nothing personal. Like the Virgin say, we just want to see the benefit. We just want to see agricultural development and the benefit for our people overall. As you mentioned, just doing this thing to do with the CCM NRP, you know what I mean? This is just agriculture. We want to see the betterment of our country where agriculture is concerned. So, with that, Anki, you're closing as we, wrap up this evening. Wonderful discussion. Give thanks, everybody. Happy New Year to those who deal with the Gregorian calendar. It's second day in the new year, and we're here with you guys. It shows that we like agriculture. We ain't got no day off. This show here, we ain't taking a day off. Gotta be something if we ain't here on the platform. We might be a little late sometimes, but we'll be here. So give thanks to all of you who have been following us, and also we're in closing again to all of you. It is because of you why we have been recognized, Frankie and myself have been recognized as 2 of the top 40 influential voices in the region, and we could not have done it without you guys. I want to take this time as well. All listeners, our fans, our critics, all of you. We would not have done that. So we want to say thank you. And with that, Banky, you're wrapping up.
Yes, just want to thank the viewing and listening audience for taking the time out. You could be donating on this Friday evening. It's a holiday here in St. Kitts Nevis. Is last lap for the end of Carnival, and it's back to regular routine tomorrow. So this Monday coming up is a brand new show with Alan Powell, definitely. And then Tuesday we have another show with the topics. We're gonna have our guests. The first, two guests we're gonna have. The first part of the topics we're gonna have Shay Kennis, your son is a neuroscientist. We're speaking about mental health and stuff like that. And these are things can stress farmers too when they have to go through these kind of things. So we'll have to talk about that, and then the first hour, 45 minutes, then actually have something coming up every Friday within the month of January, Saturday, and over and Saturday and Sunday. I reflect that we set event and all for 5 US at just over in the Cliff Dollars area by what's the restaurant name? The name? That's Cliff Dollars. Nah, not so far over. But
Les Cafe. Les Cafe, the French. I think it's Les Cafe or something.
Not far over. No, not another one there. Not Les Not far over. But we are by Cliff Dollars. Just let me put it at that. But she'll be
Okay.
Dr. Kenny's will be our first guest, and then we'll have Cabo to talk about small business and agriculture again on the topics, and we get into some more discussion. But again, thanks for all those who are listening and keep tuning to Real Entertainment Network. And great appreciate you guys. As Yason said, just because of you guys visiting and accepting the show and looking being a participant of the shows over the last 5 years and more, we have been nominated at the top 48 influencers individual in the diaspora and in the regions, and we greatly appreciate. It's a big deal. I mean, it shows that you guys have the trust that we're doing and we're giving information there. And we don't ask, there's nothing there any hard question. Justin, your responsibility to speak to the Minister of Agriculture and let him know the invitation to come to the Everything Agriculture show on a Friday for 7 o'clock, all the topics, and Tuesday, and we really appreciate it if it happens this month. Okay? We'll make any adjustment to accommodate it. All right? And I want to tell the general public if the minister accept it, that if he may accept to come and have an invitation, a contract to come on the show every 3 months. So I want if the minister would accept his invitation. All right? So again, thanks for all those who tune in, and definitely we'll do a part 2 of this reasoning here, because I enjoy the reasoning, and as the general public enjoy the reasoning also. Thanks again, guys, again, and I'm just going to go out back over at Manson's last stop, where I expect the Minister of Public Works, along with the Premier, to make sure that the ravine that cost $10 million to build the honest mistake ravine there, the bridge there, to be clean. Because I don't want no more accident happening in front of my farm. I don't want no bad debt and nothing like that. Just because you guys behind the corner hiding with a speed gun to get some ticket, worth it. Clean that area within 100 feet in, and you will be able to see from the straight road, go straight over either side. So then, minimum, they wouldn't have no accident happening there. So I hope something like this will happen tomorrow immediately. There's an accident there this afternoon about around 5 o'clock. And it's very, very sad that these things happening. So I expect that area to be clean and be solved. You can't put speed bump in the main road. I don't know kind of thing. That never speed with the main road. Does that make any sense? The island main road can't do that in a village. All you gotta do is clean the gut and problem solved. In much minimum, you'll be able to see straight in front of you. Come from either way of the island, not out, you'll be able to see. Coming out of intersection, you'll be able to see clearly. So hopefully that section get sorted out, the gravy be cleaned, and it's better for the flow of the water also, and stuff like that. So again, thanks for those who tune in to Real Entertainment Network. Definitely looking forward for next week Tuesday with Dr. Ken Nisbet and the topics. I'm the boy Cabo. Remember, tomorrow is Saturday. Check Cabo for your goat water. Check Manson's last stop for your fungi and fish and your oxtail and whatever. And check Papa's Grill right there at the roundabout. And check Justin for all your goodies also. Yes, I.
No problem. One love.
Yes, thank you. Good night. And God bless you. Thank you.
On the technician, Ira, let me check so we get Ira. Yes, son. Go ahead.
We're good right now. I think we can just wait for the cue. We're gonna see something on the screen to show that the technician is behind the scenes, and then we should be out of here. So people, give thanks. Enough love, everybody. Dready, Justin, you guys did a wonderful job, man. You know, I mean, we had a little rough, tough at the beginning, but next time we know how to do it, and we get it organized much better next time. So give thanks, everybody. Enough love. I see Mickey behind the scenes. So we gone now. See you guys next week.
Agriculture. Hey, this man Easy inviting you to tune in. It's all about everything agriculture with the man Banky and Company alongside Yason Tafari. It's your weekly